Hello, this is Billiejo. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is a pick a card to help us heal and grow. I love those pick a cards more than anything. And I was doing some thinking, what kind of video can I do something different? Something, and it occurred to me to do work on, for example, I know I'm not the only one who notices that I tend to do things repeatedly. And I'm like, why am I not learning from this lesson? Why am I going through this crap again? Which is a repeating behavior pattern. And so I thought, okay, let's do a pick a card on behavior patterns. So I have 3 decks here. Pile 1 with the peach selenite. This is a beautiful stone that was gifted to me from my very dear friend Nan. Pile 2 is with the green opal. And pile 3 is with the labradorite. So if you need more time, you can always pause the video. I'm going to go ahead and meet you at your timestamp, which can be found in the description box. Thank you so much. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose this very soothing, wonderful peach selenite, this is your pile. So let's kind of look, see what you have here. So we have the Emperor. So this card is supposed to be representing you. As the Emperor, this tells me that you operate mostly in the divine masculine energy. Doesn't mean that you're a man. It just means that you operate in your masculine energy. A lot of women do this when we go to work. The Emperor card, this represents someone who likes to get things done. You like to plan ahead. You do not like to procrastinate. And you like to take the lead in your life. So what is your repeating behavior pattern? We have the number 30, which is calling the storm. So calling the storm, this card talks about not being afraid of the storms that come in your life, to embrace them head on, to learn to step into not only your personal power, but incorporating the power of the energy of the earth and the storm in your life. Whatever that storm is, incorporating that power into your life, not allowing it to get to you, but to actually use it for your benefit. So when you have a storm coming in your life, probably that it seems like you seem to, maybe someone who's heard that you don't look for trouble, trouble finds you. You might probably, this is probably definitely your pile. You're like, why does trouble just keep on finding me? So let's see here. Let's look and see what's going on. So we have the Death card, the Hierophant, the Fool. Now this deck is the lovely Life is a Board Game deck. And then we have the Moon. So, okay. So the reason why you keep seeing that type of behavior in your life is you're being forced to make changes. Every time a storm has come, it's because you may be a little set in your ways, and the storm is trying to push you out of your comfort zone. It's trying to force you to make a change. But you have the Death card. This is where you close one door to open another one. There's maybe lots of times where you sit there in the crossroads of trying to make an important decision, and you may put it off. You're like, maybe you don't like change, or maybe sometimes the monster is better than the monster you don't know. And so sometimes the storm comes along, and you may find yourself repeatedly having to be forced to close a door. And the new door is always something that brings you higher in your spirituality or your personal growth in your life, because it's followed by the Hierophant. I mean, you have nothing but all these 4 cards are all major arcana cards. So this storm, every time you have a cycle of a storm that comes into your life, is forcing you to make major changes. you have to go through a metaphorical death in order to start over again. And sometimes because it's followed by the moon, it's things that you don't know. It's things in the dark you're not really familiar with. And so you have to close that end and have this forced growth so that way you will jump off the edge into the abyss of the unknown, right? So this is going to be a quick reading today. So, what do you need to know about these changes? So this card we got is from the Soul Truth deck. Am I focused on what I want most? One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want. I'm sorry, my cat is shaking the camera. Nix, baby. Get down. Come on. Sorry about that. She was shaking it. One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. That is a quote by Tony Robbins. Today's soul action: what you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? You need to prioritize. So you're being forced to prioritize, make changes that are better for you. And then I asked for Spirit to give you some encouragement. So we have, I see my parents as tiny children who need love. I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I now know that I chose them because they were perfect for what I had to learn. I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. So maybe things in your childhood that caused you to make this behavior pattern, and this is a way for you to learn how to let go of any resentments from your childhood or from your past. That message may not resonate with everyone. So I'll always remind you to always only take the messages that resonate with you. The other was, I am at peace with my sexuality. I rejoice in my sexuality and in my own body. My body is perfect for me in this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. Some of you may not be comfortable with your body. For example, you may consider yourself too big or too small, or maybe you don't like the way your hair is. Maybe it's too straight or too curly or too long, or maybe you have a bald spot. Everyone has something they criticize about themselves. And I'm hearing just to love yourself for who you are. Your physical vessel is your temple. Learn to love yourself and the person you see in the mirror, because you are very valuable. We have, I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. Learn to love yourself and all the things this life has to offer. Learn to love the storm and embrace it. And finally, we have, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So thank you so much. I'm going to have to stop and check on Nyx because she's not liking that I'm not giving her attention. But this was your message for today. Thank you so much. Many blessings. Namaste. Hello, pile 2. Thank you so much. If you chose the green opal, this is your pile. Thank you so much for joining me today. So let's look and see about your behavior patterns and what you are trying to learn from these patterns. So this card is meant to represent you. It is the Hierophant. So you may be someone who is in this lifetime focused on your spiritual growth. You may be someone who is an ascended master. You may be a teacher. You may be someone who teaches whether that's spirituality. You may teach people how to meditate, how to embrace change. You may be a mentor. So let's look and see what the behavior pattern is in your life. We have number 10, colorless angel. So this card talks about you possibly go through periods where you possibly may be someone who feels things very deeply. And there's times that you just need to disconnect. And during those times, you just want to feel numb and not feel anything. I feel like you're probably someone, especially with the Hierophant here, you're probably someone who gives so much of themselves that you get depleted. And you go through periods of being very into what you're doing and what you're teaching and what you're giving to other people until you get completely drained and you just crawl into your own little space and need to feel nothing at all. So let's see here. We have the Empress, messenger of impulse and opportunity, which is the Knight of Swords, heavy burdens gardens, the Ten of Wands, and Four of Cups, not interested place. Okay, yeah. Pretty much similar to what I was already saying and picking up. The Empress card, this talks about, what I'm getting is someone who is, you get these amazing creative ideas and endeavors, and you know exactly what you want to do, what you want to create. You're very fertile with ideas and these things that you want to give birth to in the 3D world. And with the Knight of Swords following it, lets me know that once you get that idea, you're ready to roll with it. You are just ready to get it going, full speed ahead. You want to create this opportunity. You want to get it off the ground and running. And then before long, we get the Ten of Wands, the heavy burden gardens. Before long, you get overwhelmed and overburdened with maybe the complications or just like, for example, if I were talking about myself, and I always throw in examples to help you understand, relate a little bit. I may get an example of a new set of readings that maybe I want to do, or I'll think, okay, I want to do pick a cards and twin flame readings, and I'm going to do personal readings, and I'm going to start a new program for teaching something, maybe how to read tarot. I'm going to create some tarot decks, and then guess what happens? I'm rolling with it, and then like this colorless angel, I just get overwhelmed myself with all these ideas I'm trying to do off at once, and then I have to remove myself from everything and recharge my battery because it gets too overwhelming, and I get to a place where I'm just not interested on doing any of it. I'm just like, bleh. So this might actually be my pile, y'all. So what does Spirit want to tell? I'm going to say tell us, because I'm going to include myself in this one. It says, am I communicating my needs? Your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you are fearing is not true? Today's soul action. Journal these answers. Oh my goodness. Do you know how many times I've been told I need to start journaling my emotions? Oh, what are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter, and do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? This is something that I resonate with, and I feel that there may be other tarot readers that watch this pile that's like, oh, yes, because, sometimes it feels like other people just take and take and take, and not realizing that we have to recharge our batteries as well. I'm pretty sure Brittany would quite resonate with this as well. When was the last time I danced freely? Dance, because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart, because fear lives in the head, along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a charge of joy and confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. Today's soul action. Dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within and the feeling you feel being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with dance today. That does make sense to me, because a little secret, when I'm by myself, I'll like draw all the drapes, I'll close the drapes and close the blinds, turn my music way up, and I'll just be dancing my fat booty all over the house, just a shaking it. Your encouragement for today. I love and approve of myself. I know that's something that I can definitely hear over and over again. I appreciate all that I do. I am good enough just as I am. I speak up for myself. I ask for what I want. I claim my power. So these are amazing affirmations you could write down in your journal. You might want to write it on a mirror with lipstick and look at it every day when you get up. Some more encouragement for you. The universe has my back. So everything that happens for your good. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. So it's always good to remind ourselves this. I honor how I want to feel. So I hope this resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much. Many, many blessings. I love you all. Namaste. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Labradorite, thank you so much for clicking on the video. Thank you so much for joining me today. So let's take a look and see what your pattern of behavior is and what the universe is trying to teach you with this. So this card is supposed to represent you. Oh, I got a little wet. It says the world. So you're probably someone who carries the world on their shoulders. You don't mind taking on other people's burdens. The world is mostly talks about completing cycles, and you're someone who likes to get things done. You don't like to leave things unfinished. You don't like having unfinished business. You're willing to help other people. So what is the burden that keeps repeating in your life, the repeating habit? We have the number 15, masquerade. Masquerade. So what I'm getting from this is someone who definitely puts other people ahead of themselves. That also probably someone who kind of fits in with the crowd. I'm definitely hearing you need to walk in your authentic truth. You need to embrace who you are, not who you think other people expect you to be. And really think and realize what it is that your true beliefs are compared to what you were raised to believe or what you've been told to believe. Are they your beliefs or are they other people's? Are you carrying your burdens or are you carrying other people's burdens? Are you telling people no when you want to tell them no? I'm getting the same kind of vibe as I did in pile number 2. So if you did feel like you couldn't decide between the two, you might want to go back and watch that one too. I don't feel like that would be for everybody, but they're very similar. What do we have here? We have the Seven of Cups, confusing illusions place. Seven of Pentacles, waiting patiently avenue. Six of Cups, nostalgia place. And Six of Swords, better things ahead way. Okay. So you keep feeling like things are going to have to get better. Eventually, things are going to get better. You keep carrying these burdens. Some of them's not even your own. And you keep thinking of a time that's going to be better. You keep dreaming of a better time, a better place, better opportunities. And you've been working hard towards it. And you just have this perfect idea of how things should be. And you keep telling yourself you're heading in the right direction. And I really feel like most of you are. But at the same time, you have to realize, what are your dreams? I'm hearing that very, very deeply. Are these the dreams that you have for yourself? Or are they dreams that's been implanted to you? Like, for example, I know sometimes parents, we put our dreams on our children. Maybe someone's mother wanted to be a dancer or an artist or a lawyer or a doctor, and some reason they couldn't make their dreams come true. So they have raised you and trained you to make those dreams come true through you. And you may resonate with that. That's not for everybody, but this is the type of energy that I'm picking up. And I'm just hearing repeatedly over and over, are the dreams that you're dreaming, are they truly yours? That quite possibly you need to stop and think, what do you truly want? Is it someone else's dream or yours? Okay. Then advice from Spirit, we have, am I apologizing for my truth? And it says, what part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? Today's soul action. Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There is room for all of us. Today's mantra, courage is contagious. Be courageous enough to walk your own path. Am I clear on what my soul really wants? And it says, take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Today's soul action. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. And then I ask Spirit to give you encouragement. It says, I trust my inner wisdom. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe. And then you also have All my relationships are harmonious. When we create harmony in our minds and hearts, we will find it in our lives. The inner creates the outer, always. For more encouragement, hello, Nix, my kitty. The presence of love will always cast out fear. And then we have, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Sorry. Let me pick her up. So I hope that resonated. I really hope it helps. I appreciate you watching the video. I love each and every one of you. Many blessings. Namaste. Okay, if you stayed to the end of the video, that lets me know that you're wanting to see which decks I used in this video. Now, every one of the decks I have used here today can actually be purchased through the Amazon link. That is down in the description box. So, this first deck that I used, which looks like these are nothing but Major Arcana cards. It is the White Witch Tarot. And it does come with a little booklet. And each booklet, I think it has more like a poem instead of a description in the description booklet. This deck has these types of pictures in it. This is the back. This is called the Dark Mirror Oracle cards. And they do, of course, have this little booklet here. This deck here, this is the tarot deck. This is Life is Like a Board Game Tarot. Kind of looks like the Life game. Or no, Monopoly, I'm sorry. This deck here is the Soul Truth Self-Awareness card deck. They have little things on the back on how you can heal. I have the Power Thought cards. They have stuff written on the back. And then I also used the Universe Has Your Back Oracle deck. The back looks like these, and the fronts look like these. Very beautiful. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.